The stage is set for a cabinet reshuffle that may have a direct bearing on the outcome of next year's general election. Sources within the government disclosed that the president and the prime minister had struck a deal as the deadline for naming a new attorney general fast approaches. Part of it is that Kibaki will appoint Professor Githu Muigai, his preferred choice to replace the long-serving Amos Wako, as the attorney general. Odinga, on the other hand, will have his way in getting rid of Odm cabinet ministers, who include suspended cabinet ministers William Ruto and Henry Kosgey. East African Community Minister Professor Hellen Sambili could also lose her ministerial flag.
I stopped being minister a long time ago, and I will stand by what I believe in, and my conscience is very clear that I was not fired for incompetence or for not doing what I was supposed to do. In fact, if I will be fired, it is because of doing it so well that I became a threat to many people.
Livestock Assistant Minister Aden Duale could also be a casualty of the cabinet shake-up. In order to appease the Rift Valley electorate, and particularly the Kalenjin community, Odinga is likely to appoint into the cabinet members of parliament who are loyal to him but from the region. The likely beneficiaries are nominated MP Musa Sirma, while Assistant Ministers Professor Margaret Kamar and Magerel Lagat could fly the full ministerial flag. Ruto and his troops, however, remain defiant.
For your information, I wasn't given a cabinet position. I earned it. It was not on a silver plate. It was not a favor from anybody. It was a right because I worked for it. We were members of a team. In fact, I was supposed to be the Prime Minister, for your information.
Despite his frosty relationship with the Prime Minister, Ruto's supporters had expected that he would get his ministerial job back after the court acquitted him over fraud charges that had led to his suspension. Kosgey is still facing abuse of office charges. If the alleged deal between the two principals goes on as planned, Professor Githu Muigai will become the country's first Attorney General under the new constitutional order. City lawyers Fred Ojambo and Betty Murungi are also in the race for the job of the government's principal legal advisor. Francis Gachuri, Sunday Live.